If you're a creator trying to stay sane, you've probably been told to try the 5-minute gratitude journal. Here's the thing, that advice isn't just useless, it's probably making your burnout worse. It's one of 3 super popular wellness hacks that are actually psychological traps designed to keep you hustling until you forget your own name. Look, the creator wellness space has become a minefield of bad advice. A recent study in early 2026 found that over 80% of mental health advice on TikTok is misleading. Why? Because be grateful for your burnout gets more clicks than your business model is fundamentally broken. One is a quick, feel-good lie, and the other requires actual, difficult work. Guess which one sells more journals? So today, we're taking out the trash. We're going through the 3 biggest wellness lies sold to creators, why they feel so right but go so wrong, and what to do instead. Starting with the most Instagrammable offender of them all. First up is the gratitude trap. The advice is simple. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It sounds lovely, right? It's supposed to reframe your mindset, and for some people in some situations it can. But for a stressed-out creator, it often becomes an exercise in toxic positivity. You're basically forcing yourself to say this is fine while your house is burning down. Here's the psychological trap. When you're dealing with a nightmare client, an algorithm that hates you, and the fact that your income is less stable than a toddler on a unicycle, forcing gratitude creates massive cognitive dissonance. Your brain knows things are not okay, but you're telling it to feel thankful. The result? You don't fix the problems, you just add a layer of guilt for not feeling happy enough about them. It's like putting a tiny band-aid on a shark bite. You're not addressing the shark, you're just pretending the bleeding is a new fashion accessory. Your frustration is a signal. It's data. It's telling you something needs to change. Covering it up with a blanket of forced gratitude is like turning off your fire alarm because the noise is annoying. Okay, wellness hack number 2 that's secretly a nightmare. The hyper-optimized morning routine. You've seen this. Wake up at 5 a.m., drink lemon water, meditate for 20 minutes, journal, read 10 pages, hit the gym, and take a cold plunge. All before you're allowed to start the work that actually pays you. Sarcastic, it's not a routine, it's a second job you don't get paid for. The trap here is that it disguises hustle culture as self-care. It tells you that rest and peace are things you have to earn through a grueling checklist of performative wellness. You're not resting, you're just optimizing your productivity engine. It reinforces the core belief of burnout, that your value comes from how much you can accomplish, even with your downtime. And honestly, it completely ignores basic human biology. Some of us are night owls. Some of us need more sleep. Forcing a one-size-fits-all productivity gauntlet on yourself first thing in the morning is a recipe for starting your day already feeling like a failure. By 9 a.m., you're not refreshed. You're just tired from your pre-work workout and wondering why you can't be perfect like that influencer who's probably selling you a course on it. Which brings us to the third and most deceptively simple piece of bad advice. Just set better boundaries. Oh, if only it were that easy. On paper, it's the best advice in the world. In reality, for a solo creator, it's like telling a guy in a rowboat to just set boundaries with a hurricane. Serious, the trap is that this advice completely ignores the power dynamics and financial reality of being self-employed. When you're the CEO, the intern, and the customer service rep, saying no to a client who wants revisions at 10 p.m. on a Friday isn't just a boundary, it's a financial risk. You might need that money to pay your rent. The advice makes it your asterisk personal failing for not being strong enough, instead of acknowledging the systemic pressure you're under. It leads to a cycle of shame. You try to set a boundary, a client pushes back, you give in because you're scared of losing them, and then you blame yourself for being bad at boundaries. But you're not bad at boundaries. You're a person trying to survive in a system that often rewards the most available, not the most talented. It's not a character flaw, it's a business model problem. So what actually works? Let's swap these burnout traps for 3 actually useful strategies. First, instead of a gratitude journal, try a problem-solving journal. Acknowledge what sucks. Write down the problem, then write down one tiny, concrete step you can take to fix it. This validates your frustration and channels it into action, not guilt. Second, instead of a hyper-optimized morning routine, do an energy audit. For 1 week, just notice when you have the most energy and when you feel like a zombie. Are you sharpest at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.? Design your day around your actual energy, not an influencer's fantasy schedule. Work when you're sharp and rest when you're not. It's that simple. And finally, instead of just setting better boundaries, try a one small no policy. Don't try to build a giant wall overnight. This week, just find one small, low-stakes thing to say no to. Maybe it's an extra unpaid request. Maybe it's a quick call that could be an email. Start small, build the muscle, and prove to yourself that your business won't explode if you protect a tiny piece of your time. Look, true wellness for creators isn't about adding more to your to-do list. It's about strategic subtraction. It's about giving yourself permission to be a human being, not a content machine. The goal isn't to become better at enduring an unsustainable pace. It's to build a creative life that doesn't demand you burn out in the first place. You've got this.